There was this group of people who were taking out Jalabhishek Yatra, and it has been alleged that it was during the Yatra that a group of people intercepted and tried to stop the Yatra. This is what being alleged from the side of the people who were taking out this procession. It is being alleged that the group had pelted stones on the procession, and they also were armed. This is what the police have been telling us, that this is what the people in the procession have alleged. Now, following this, some clashes broke out between the two groups, and then it grew because the yatra was being taken out from the new area. It also affected the adjoining areas, including the residential areas, and then the mob clashes took place. And we are at one of the locations, which was the one of the hotspots of violence, which is the cyber police station, which was stormed by the mob on Monday following these when the police was roped in and when the police was trying to contain the mob. This is the kind of mayhem that the mobsters had unleashed. You can see we are at the police station cybercrime in Nu, and those are the police vehicles that have been torched when the mob came in here. And this is the bus that they are saying that. I would request my camera person to show inside the kind of the vandalism that this vehicle witnessed. It is being alleged that the mobsters came in this bus. They snatched this bus from its owner or driver, and then at least 200 or 150 of the mobsters came in to this place, and they rammed this bus into the boundary wall of the cyber police station. This is the area from where they gained entry into the police station, and you can see there are vehicles inside that were also damaged. The condition of this bus, entirely, and these vehicles inside, as you see, the condition of this bus entirely testifies of the violence that had unfolded that day here. You can see the condition, and this bus also probably was snatched or stolen from its owner or driver, is what the police have been saying. In fact, police said that they have rounded up some of the people who are suspects in the case of violence and vandalism, but any formal arrests are yet to be made. Also, some police vehicles were damaged, and then yesterday also, not just in Nu, but violence also took place in the areas of Gurugram, Manesar, and in Sohna. We were yesterday in Gurugram, and I would tell you that yesterday in sector 57, early morning, a mosque was targeted when a group of people, they stormed that mosque, and there were 4 people trapped inside, who one of them was stabbed to death, another was critically injured, and 2 others managed to escape when the police intervened early morning around 1 a.m. After that, in sector 66 also, yesterday evening, some shops were burnt, at least a dozen of shops were burnt. In Sona Chowk also some violence took place where multiple shops were burnt, and locals were thrashed by the mob. When we spoke to those eyewitnesses, they said that the mob had started pelting stones on their shops. When they intervened and when they tried them to ask them to leave, they were thrashed and their carts and shops were set afire. This is what happened in Sohna. Before that, in Gurugram also some incidents happened, and yesterday evening also some fresh violence was reported from Gurugram area, from the city area, from near residential areas. Other than this, when we spoke to the senior police officials, they are saying that they have set up social media monitoring teams, which are dedicated teams to to not let any rumor mongering happen, also to not let any spreading of misinformation, to contain any kind of misinformation that could lead to further violence or fresh violence. Other than that, when we speak to police officers of deployment, they have said that more than 30 companies of police from different districts of Haryana have been deployed in these areas of Manesar, Sohna, Gurugram, and Nu. CAPF have been deployed, Central Paramilitary Forces have been deployed, Rapid Action Forces deployed, Central Reserve Police has also been deployed in some areas where it is expected that violence could take place, and those areas which are sensitive. Close by there is a Nalhar Dev Mandir also, where yesterday reports were coming in that some of the people are trapped because they were rioters outside, so they could not escape the temple. There also heavy deployment is being maintained. This is what the police have been alleging. Some prohibitory orders were also issued yesterday by DM's office, like loose sale of petrol or any inflammable material is not allowed. Colleges and schools have been shut, and office goers have also been requested to not go to offices and work from home if possible. Other than that, police are also resorting to public messages, and peacekeeping committees have been roped in. Police are also reaching out to people on social media, asking them not to resort to violence, not to spread any unverified messages, not to circulate any tweet or any messages that could incite violence or could incite one group against another. We have all heard stories how Mewat region is developing into Jamtara 2.0. Is that the reason? Is intensified crackdown on cyber cheats is the one of the reasons why cyber crime police station in Nu was targeted by mobsters who belong mostly to the Mewat region? We are right now reporting from that police station, and you can see all these vehicles that belong to police station have completely been gutted. They were torched by mobsters and they have all been completely destroyed. In fact, the police are saying that that yellow bus is the one which the mobsters had carjacked, and then in that at least 200 to 250 of the mobsters storm this police station, ram the bus into the boundary wall and enter the police station cybercrime in Nu. When the mob charged this police station, the policemen who were inside, they tried to save the property. They are alleging that they tried to take away laptops and computers. They tried to take away all the data and all the equipment that were there inside. In fact, to prevent mob from looting the police station, the policemen who were inside, at least 10 to 11 personnel who were inside, they had to do indiscriminate firing. At least more than 50 rounds were fired. And one of the evidences, as you can see in this iron gate of the police station, you can see this hole, that one of the bullets that were fired by the policemen pierced through this gate, because the mobsters also tried getting in from the main gate of the police station. This is the main building where they tried to gain entrance. They were stopped by the police personnel. When they could not gain entry and when they saw that the policemen are armed, they vandalized vehicles. You can see this vehicle that belongs to one of the police personnel here has completely been shattered, destroyed, and it has completely been vandalized. And this is the place from where they had gained entry. This incident certainly raises various questions and bigger questions as to what was the reason for targeting this police station, and also the backside of the police station has completely been vandalized, including kitchen, including the working area, including the labs and all that they had, where the laptops, computers, equipments were all kept. This certainly raises bigger questions as to what was the reason for targeting cyber police station when the issue was completely different from what led to this entire violence and entire ruckus in Haryana.
We are currently reporting from sector 67 of the Gurugram district, where some of the miscreants set this particular place on fire, and you can still see that even after many hours this place continues to be on the fire. There are some of the, in fact we can see in the visuals as well that the smoke still is coming out from that particular place, and this appears to be a scrap shop which has been torched by some of the miscreants yesterday in the violence which is currently underway in some part of the Haryana state in particular. We are joined by one of the person who appears to be in know of as to what exactly took place.
कूलर भी था, इसमें गत्ता का जो दुकान था, गत्ता का दुकान था वो।
अच्छा।
सिलाई मशीन भी था। अच्छा। टेलर वाला। अच्छा। और वही चीज था, और जो जिसका दुकान है वो सारा चला गया। एक ताऊ ने रखा है, वो ताऊ उस टाइम नहाने के लिए गया था, आते आते आधा रास्ता में देखा तो आग लगा दिया है।
कल कितने बजे आग लगी आपको?
वो 3:35 में।
अच्छा, और अभी तक बुझी नहीं है?
नहीं, बुझे नहीं अभी तक।
तो क्या करेंगे आप?
अब क्या कर रहा है तो सरकार देखभाल करेगा, वो तो हमारा हाथ में नहीं है।
इतने घंटे बीतने के बाद भी आग बुझी नहीं है?
मुझे ने वही तो कह रहा हूँ, तो पुलिस देख लेगा ना, तो सरकार का जो बंदा भेजेगा वही देखभाल करते रहेगा, हम तो हाथ नहीं लगा सकता हूँ।
तो शौकत अली साहब, जब कल 3 बजे के आसपास ये वाकया हो रहा था, तो आपने देखा यहाँ पे कौन लोग थे या क्या कर रहे थे?
जो सारा लोकल बंदा था, 8-10 बंदा था।
कितने लोग थे?
8 से 10 बंदा था।
8 से 10 बंदे थे। अच्छा, तो इस मामले के बाद क्या पुलिस आई आप लोग के स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड करने?
नहीं, हमारा पास पुलिस आया नहीं है। पुलिस आया था उस टाइम जब वो बंदा आग लगा के भाग गया, उसी टाइम पुलिस आया था।
कितनी देर में?
हाँ, 10-15 मिनट बाद में आया था।
अच्छा, लेकिन
जब पुलिस आया था, आग उस टाइम बुझा नहीं है। गाड़ी आया था, एक गाड़ी आके कुछ बुझा के गया है, उसके बाद पुलिस भी चला गया, हम लोग पहले भाग गया है।
एक ही दुकान थी यहाँ पे? 2-3?
यही दुकान एक ही था।
अच्छा, तो ये जो रहने वाले थे वो नूह के थे क्या?
हाँ, यही है।
मुरादाबाद।
ये किसकी दुकान है?
मेरी दुकान।
ये आपकी दुकान है? किस चीज़ का काम करते थे आप?
कूलर का, रजाई गद्दों का।
अच्छा,
कूलर का, रजाई गद्दों का।
क्यों आपकी दुकान ऐसे जला दी?
अल्लाह बेहतर जाने कैसे जला दी। मैं तो बंद करके इधर को चला गया था।
कल कितने बजे हुआ था वाकया?
यही 3-2:30 के बाद।
अच्छा,
हाँ।
तो साहब आप कहाँ के रहने वाले हैं?
मुरादाबाद।
मुरादाबाद के?
हाँ, जिला अमरोह।
तो कितने का नुकसान हो गया होगा आपका यहाँ पे?
और नुकसान तो इसमें बहुत लंबा है। सारे थान वहाँ सब कुछ जल गया, कूलर सब जल गया सारा। हाँ, अब देख लो जो भी। हाँ, नुकसान तो इसमें 3 लाख का।
प्रशासन ने आपको बात की है, मुआवजा देने की कुछ बात की है?
भाई मेरे से कौन बात कर लिया, कौन बात करा दिया आप बोलो?
पुलिस आई थी?
पुलिस तो यहाँ 2-3 गाड़ी खड़ी थी। जब यहाँ आग बुझा रही टंकी, 2-3 गाड़ी खड़ी थी। मुझे वहाँ को
कुछ भी नहीं बोला।
मुझे वहाँ को बुला लिया, मैं वहाँ जाकर बैठ गया, तो मुझे खड़ा करके कि जा बाबा यहाँ से वहाँ बैठिए।
आप सोते होते कहाँ हो रहा था?
नहीं, सोते भी इसी में थे।
अच्छा, आप सोते भी इसी में थे?
और कोई परेशानी हो रही थी।
तो फिर अब क्या करेंगे आप?
अब क्या करूँ बोलो?
कितने लोग थे जो आए थे?
8-10 लोग थे। जब इधर से आते देखे, मैं तो अंदर था यहाँ, आते देखे वो, अब ना पता आग किस टाइम लगा गए।
So this is the story of a person who has lost his shop. In fact, you can see still in the visuals that the smoke is coming out from this particular place. This used to be a shop of the mattress in particular. In fact, the coolers were also placed here to be sold by the particular person. And still after many of the hours, the smoke continues to be out from this place. And this was the only place for the owner of this shop to reside, and he used to sleep inside this particular small hut type shop here in sector 67 of Gurugram. Now we need to see as to what is the kind of action which needs to be taken by the district administration to provide him justice at the earliest.